Good evening. Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock. I'm in the lighting of the Walgreens parking lot. Such good lighting, huh? But I just wanted to hop on quick, and it's been weighing on my mind that I just want to give those of you that may need a pep talk, because you guys lift me up so much that life is life, and you're gonna go through some hard things. And you guys, I read all your comments, and I know a lot of you are going through things tougher than me and my mom, and I just want you to know that just hang in there, and it always gets better. It does. It will. And I think that these trials, and I know it's so cliche, but these trials really make us stronger and prepare us for, things that we go through. And I know, believe it or not, deep thinking, I was thinking about, what's the purpose of everything? And I know sometimes that people think that, I don't know, you see somebody on YouTube and, oh, Tracy's in a van and she travels cross country and she does all this, that life maybe, seems great from there. And it's not that it's not great. It's not that it's not great. But it ain't always great. And so, I have been in the depths before. The depths, the low depths. Even I personally have thought about not wanting to be here anymore. Remember when my sister passed away? My grandparents had passed away, and, that's sad, but when your sister passes away at 42 and you watch them pass away in hospice, and you're not prepared for that. I was 28. And you really start to question things, you don't know how to handle something like that. And I remember going to, I was at the University of Minnesota at the time, and so that's where I had my insurance, so that's where I went. And, my whole family was dealing themselves with what we're all going through. And so I went to see a psychologist, I think it was, and he's like, oh my gosh, you have to fill out a form. And he was like, they thought I wanted to, whatever. And I said, no, I just want somebody to talk to. I'm sad. There's a reason why I'm sad. You know what I mean? And I think that sometimes that we think, we love to watch YouTube and this fantasy stuff and people traveling in vans, and it seems like the perfect life. And even when you're in a van and it's perfect, even when it's perfect, it cannot be perfect, and you're dealing with internal things. And like I said, wherever you go, there you are. And so I don't know, I think that maybe because I've been struggling lately, that I just wanted you to know that you're not alone. And just to know that it does get better. And I was thinking about, what's the purpose for my life? Because sometimes you need to think about that, to think, okay, well, what's it worth sticking around for? And then I thought, well, maybe, what if there isn't a purpose in life? What if maybe this is it, and that's okay, that we're just here to experience this, whatever comes, and, you deal with it. I remember when Jessie was buying her car, because I was in the van, and she wanted to buy this car, and it was just really was kind of chaotic, and I thought, because that seemed like a hard time for some reason. I'm like, well, you know, she wants a car, and you know, there's so many choices and all this stuff. And we just went. She drove one time, and she really loved it. And she's like, yeah, I want it. And that was it. She bought it. And then I got the Hyundai back, and I'm like, oh, that made life so much simpler. And so now I have the car instead of having to drive the van all the time. And it seems like life works out somehow. It just somehow always works out. And so I just want you to know to just hang on if you're feeling in the depths of the depths, because no, it wasn't just once that I felt that way. It's, you know, been quite a few times that I've questioned life. And I think the older I get, that there doesn't even have to be an end goal, because I'm a goal setter, you know, and you think like, oh, if I do this, you know, I thought, oh, van life will be the answer, or, you know, something will be the answer. And I don't think there ever is like an answer to everything, because then all of a sudden something else comes along. And, you know, and I was watching the NASCAR video. If you haven't followed me, that was like my first adventure, and it's only like a minute 30 seconds or whatever. And I look back and I'm like, wow, I can't even believe that I did that. Like, I remember taking out of the driveway, and this was 4 years ago, coming this November. I didn't know where I was gonna stay. I didn't have a plan. I didn't know where I was staying overnight. I knew nothing. And I'm like, all I know is I have to get to Phoenix to drive NASCAR by Saturday. And somehow you just figure it out, and it all just works out. And I think that kind of brought me back to, you know, here I can look back now, and I've traveled cross country. I'm thinking like, gosh, me and Keith went to Cozumel, we went to Key West, I rode in a biplane. I've done all these things. And then, you know, when you get to the other side and you're looking back, it's not like you pat yourself on the back, but I know, and I said this before, again, if you haven't followed me, when my sister passed away at 42 and she was in hospice, the reason I kept in my mind the whole time was I looked at her and I said, I wonder what she wished she would have done in her, you know, short life. And so that was always my motivation. Like, I don't want to come to the end of my life and have somebody like looking at me, maybe in hospice, and saying, looking at Tracy and saying, I wonder what she wished she would have done with her life. Because I did everything I wanted to do with my life. And even like being stable for a while, like right now, that's what I want to do with my life. And so don't think you have to do like these huge adventures, or, you know, leave your hometown even to feel like you've done something. I don't even know if there's, like, if you need to feel like there's a purpose for all of this. Like, you just live, and, you know, whatever you have the goal to do, at least move towards that. And sometimes it isn't anything extravagant, like just staying in your hometown of maybe 300 people, and you're happy with that. And that's the thing, as long as you're content, and I won't even say happy, because happy goes like this. I think contentment is a different feeling. It's like, yeah, this is where I belong. This is what I want to be doing. And I'm good with that. And I think right now that that's where I am. I just want to be content. I just want Joy to be happy. I want everybody to be happy. I want Joy to be happy. I want Jesse to be happy. And then I want to be happy. And so as long as that's your intention, is for everybody, and again, like I said, happiness goes like this, but I would say content, that would be the word. That as long as you know that the people you love are content with the life that they're living, and again, like whatever that is for you, you can be content at different levels. You know, if you're doing adventures, if you're living van life, if you're content doing that, then that's where you belong at that time. And it's a timing thing. It ain't. Yeah, I went to college. It isn't ever, nothing's ever an end goal, because, you know the thing. Once you set a goal and you reach it, you're like, okay, now I did this. What's next? So it just keeps moving the goalpost. But I think if you inside can be like good, and I think usually it's because you know the people you love are good. And I hope that's it. Because money is fleeting. Money is not the goal. Because it can go in a flash. That it's an inside job. It totally is an inside job. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I've been at the depths of the depths of the depths of the lows of the bowels of, and because I don't want you ever to think that, I haven't been there before, and I have, and it's always worth it to keep going, and that things always get better. And I think that's the whole point of this. They always get better. It always seems like they won't, but they always do. That's what I want you to take away from this. Yeah, I don't know. I might not even upload this, but we'll see. Okay, it takes me an hour and a half to get where I'm training for my new job, and I gotta be there by 8 tomorrow. So I gotta get up early, so I'm gonna let you go here. You know what to do. Go out and make an adventure, no matter how big or how small. You don't even have to leave your house to make an adventure. If you want to study something, read a book, do whatever makes you happy, whatever you think an adventure is. It doesn't have to be what I say an adventure is, or what I'm doing. I'm not trying to tell you that that's what an adventure is. That's just what it is for me. Go call someone you love, and as Joy says, tell them that you love them, and don't you dare forget your magic. Okay, I will see you in the next one. Bye.